Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready, break.
50's the mark. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
This is Corey Clement, the third-year back from Wisconsin. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Greer. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on third down, Greer. That's complete. It's Corey Clement. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Hines. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The former LSU Tiger, Dante Jackson, on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10. Greer. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. From his own end zone, Greer on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game. Brandon, let's pile this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go, let's go!
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. On 2nd and 7. Brissett, flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one. And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
Go! 10 logo. Check right, check right. Hey, box truck, box truck.
On 3rd and long, here is Greer. And he's got his target. That's more. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
132 fighter.
They'll run with Clement, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Corey Clement, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Here's Greer. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Justin Houston in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, lock it.
Now it's Greer. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Ready? Moody base. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Here we go. Here we go. Joker, 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 joker. Shit. Go. Check 99. Get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
15. Check. Lucky.
Here's Greer now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Corey Clement with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. After the turnover, here's Greer. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
A gain of 13 yards.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Greer now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 27, Brissett. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Steps away to his left. Campbell making the catch. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
It's going to be a long day.
Again, it's Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
50, mark 50, mark 50.
Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got room to run past the 20. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Greer. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
Go, go.
58.
Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. He gets it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Ian Thomas got pressed into action early his rookie season as all-pro tight end Greg Olsen went down with an injury. Ended up with 36 catches, and they definitely see him as the future once Olsen decides to hang it up and maybe become a broadcaster.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Hey, exit.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah.
Now a first down throw, Greer. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Move. 4 down. Alert. Hey, check. Hey. 45. Check right 45.
Here's Brissett. He finds an opening past the 40. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Brissett. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it with the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 33 yards that time. They run the draw play with Mack. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's been a long day for you. 45. Mike, 45. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Brissett. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jacoby Brissett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are able to cut into that lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
You remember me? That's Henry. 45, 45 Mike, 45. Hey, tight. 45 is the Mike. Watch the run.
Now this time he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On 1st down, it's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Greer. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
45. Mike, 45. Don't get nervous. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing on second and 3. Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Brissett on first down. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side here complete to Campbell. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Brissett on fourth down. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Tight dog.
They'll run on first down. Clement, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll try and run here with Clement. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Whip. Watch the whip. Get it.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines?
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ross Cockrell. Greer and the Panthers set to go 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the turnover, here's Greer. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
90 Wolf. Go. Hey, Charlie.
Get the 8, Mike. Watch this.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Greer. And Thomas has it. And all the way down to the the 36-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Greer on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got wide. 58, go.
Greer throwing again. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 16. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating in the red zone now, Greer. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hey.
Come to me, it's me. 58 to Mike.
To try again after the sack. Greer. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Zipper.
Mike 50. Coming, baby.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Greer now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From his goal line here, Greer. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45's the mic.
Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Dancing to his left. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Time to bring the bass back. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She won't bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the seat.